Let me try to tell you something that happened to me recently. It's just the other day, sometime between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m., when I seemed to have been struck by seemed to be some sort of fit of delirium. I stumbled out to the car. In fact, I kind of surprised myself by what I was wearing, and I found myself driving towards the beach. Thankfully, I don't live very far from the beach, so I arrived there shortly. I parked on one of the small beachside community roads there. Everything was quiet. One person was jogging down the road, one of those very, like, what are you doing up so early running? I guess before you go to work, you got to get a run in. They say it makes your day better. Never made mine better. I was just miserable. Anyways, and I found myself toes deep in the sand on the beach with the horizon, a warm glow far out in front of me, and the water, the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean there in front of me, as smooth as glass, except for where every now and then some sort of bird, maybe a seagull or not a swan, but an owl, who knows what sort of seafaring, beach-dwelling birds are out there swooping at the sea, leaving little ripples, reaching out to infinity and dropping off the edge of the horizon out there. Anyways, it kept happening, and I felt a little entranced until out to my right, I noticed some people out on the jetty. I think it's called a jetty. And waders. Thankfully, they were on the other side of the jetty, so they weren't disturbing my little chunk of ocean. They seemed to be throwing nets around. They seemed very industrious and caught up in their work and didn't even cast an eye in my direction. But every now and then they hauled up their net, and it seemed to be filled with great fist-sized pearls, jumbling around like Mexican jumping beans, or what I'd been told in little children's books that Mexican jumping beans jumbled around like. Their nets made a furious, clacking, rattling sound, and I couldn't help but be amused by the way that they struggled with the nets till they had dumped the rattling pearls into what looked like a 55-gallon drum they had brought along with them on a hand truck with aftermarket wheels to handle the sand. I considered sitting down to get a little more comfortable and continue watching, but I realized the sand I was standing on was a little bit damp, and I treasured the warm dryness of my pants at the moment. Looking eastward once more, I realized that any second now the sun would poke its nose up over the sharp horizon that seemed to drop off, maybe only 100 or 200 feet away from me, but I realized it had to be farther than that. But in a few moments of sudden realization and panic, I realized what might happen if the sun did come up within even a couple miles of me, so I scrambled to my feet, kicking sand everywhere, finally garnering a look from these two fishing for these weird, rattling, fist-sized pearls. In my panic, I somehow found my car again, and I tell you, I just blasted through that sleepy waterfront town, probably doing a little bit over the speed limit, and I did see a few more joggers at this time. I don't know how long I've been sitting out there, but I'll tell you what, you are really supposed to. Like, if you're on the road as a pedestrian, you're really supposed to be on the opposite side that you would drive on. Like, if you're going down the road, be on the left side. Like, face the traffic that's coming towards you, okay? I know it might seem, if you're not like a common pedestrian, like if you don't do it a lot, yeah, I know it might feel weird, like, I don't know, when I drive, I go down this way. But you're not driving. For all the cars, you might as well be a stationary object on the side of the road, and you might as well be facing the greatest danger to you on the road. So walk on the other side of the road and face all the traffic that's coming towards you, okay? Anyways, I blasted on out of there. I didn't hit any pedestrians, and I finally made it home with my mind spinning, my eyes spinning, the world spinning around me. And it turns out the sun rose, and it was at its normal distance of 93 million miles. And the horizon, it was just a weird optical illusion. I know that, I know it was a weird morning with absolutely no waves, and a lot of surreal stuff was going on. The birds were like a weird color, but sometimes it's just good to play it safe. If you think maybe you're about to have your skin melted off your bones and the whole world burnt to a crisp, if you don't have your sunglasses, it's not a shame to hightail it out of there. Maybe it is a little bit sad that I missed what could have been and may well have been an incredible, breathtaking, jaw-dropping sunrise. But just think about all the other sunrises I missed that I'm not sad about. Sometimes we get sad about things just because we almost had them, which is a little bit weird, because maybe you didn't almost have it. Maybe you would have blinked or something and the sunrise would have gone by. I don't know. What am I? Sunrise scientist? Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. And thanks for the 200k subs. You're all amazing. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Go watch a sunrise sometime. Or a sunset. I would watch more sunsets if I lived on the West Coast. But I live on the East Coast, so I just catch the sunrises, you know? The sun, the ocean. It's a nice combination. Mountains are nice too. Whatever you've got, appreciate it. The sun is a big thing, but you can appreciate the little things too, okay? I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so I'll wrap it up. Goodbye.